Hi 415 class. In this, your final theory video of the spring, we will be working on two octave scales, both in first position. The first one is the B flat major scale. The second one is the C major scale. Both of these scales are included on the scale sheet that I sent out to you last week. Remember this? But only in their one octave versions, and in fact only in their lower octave versions. So what we are going to be doing today is adding the second octave onto those scales. So if you want to, you are welcome to write that in yourself, or you can just do it by ear with me here in the video. We'll start with the B flat major scale. Now the B flat major scale starts with low 2 on the G string, and the B flat and the B natural, or B major scales, actually have the same hand frame as far as the relationship of whole and half steps in your fingers. Both of them start up 2 notes from open G. So remember, G major is high and low 2s. A major is high and low 3s. Both B majors are going to be high and low 4s. The difference is that in regular B major, you will have all high 2s, so 2s on your tape, all high 3s, 3s above your tape, and then also high 4s actually are going to mean 4 above the 4 tape, and then regular 4s will be on the 4 tape. In B flat major, everything is down a half step. Okay, so it's still going to be high 4s on low strings and low 4s on high strings. But because everything is down a half step, that means you're actually going to have all low 1s, all low 2s, all 3s on the tape. And then the high 4s on low strings will be on the tape, and the low 4s on high strings will not be on the tape. Let's not use open strings for this, just to make that distinction really clear. So we won't use open strings, we'll just use 4th finger. So let me demonstrate this for you. Sometimes it's easier if you just see it. So again, I'm not going to use open strings, all low 2s, all low 3s, all low 1s, and 4s on the tape, on D and G, and then low 4s on A and E. If you don't feel comfortable playing it yet, you can just watch this time. So I'm starting, this is B flat major, and I'm starting low 2 on the G string. I'm going to go ahead and play 4th finger, and this is high 4, so on the tape. Now low 1 on D. Again, high 4 on the tape. Low 1 on A. Now low 4. Remember, low 4 should be touching 3. Again, low 4. So this is what that hand frame is going to look like on the A and E. Low 1, whole step to low 2, whole step to low 3, and half step to low 4. On the D and G, it's actually a completely open hand frame. Low 1, low 2, low 3, and then high 4. So all whole steps. That makes this hand frame kind of challenging, especially on the D and G, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that we focused on it a little bit. So now I'd like you to try this with me. We will start on B flat, low 2 on the G string. We'll go all the way up to low 4 on the E string. We'll take just a second, shake our hand out because it's a lot of whole steps, and then we'll start again on low 4 on the E and go all the way back down. Here we go. Nice and slow, half notes. 1, 2, ready, go. Tired, don't worry, shake it out, take a nice breath, and we'll start on low 4 on the E and go back down. Ready? Go. stretch, high 4 on D. Again, stretch, high 4 on G. Great job. Take a break. Take a bow, stretch your back out. Take a nice breath, roll your shoulders. Always very important to take breaks, take care of your body, breathe and stretch when you're practicing. After you're done practicing, please make sure you're taking good care of yourselves. So a reminder, B flat major has B flat and E flat in the key signature. In flat keys, the rule for figuring out the name of the key signature is different than in sharp keys. You may remember that in sharp keys, the rule is you take the last sharp, so whatever the one is furthest to the right, and that is the 7th note of the scale. Ti, do. Do is the 8th note or the octave of the scale, also the first note, and the name of the scale. So in other words, you just go up one note from the last sharp for the name of the major scale. Now, with flats, you can't do that. That rule doesn't work. But the name of the penultimate flat, penultimate, one of my very favorite words, means second to last. The name of the second to last flat is the name of the key. So you have to remember it's the second to last flat, but once you remember that, you've got the name of the key. Now, in B flat major, you have two flats, B flat and E flat. So B flat is the second to last flat, and that is the name of the key. Now, if you only have one flat, B flat major, that is in the key of F major, and you just have to memorize that because there is no second to last flat. But F is the last sharp we lost, right? So if you're thinking about like F is the first sharp you get, that also means it's the last sharp you lose. So F natural, in this case, is actually functioning as sort of the penultimate flat, and that is, in fact, the name of the key, F, if you only have one flat. But two flats are B flat. Now, of course, the key of C major has no sharps and no flats. If we were playing it on the piano, it would be all white keys. And last week, we did the C major scale, starting third finger on the G string and going all the way up to second finger on the A string. Today we're going to add the second octave, the higher octave, and to play that we will have to add an extended 4 on the E string. So the highest note you can play in regular first position is B natural, which is fourth finger on your tape on the E. If you extend a half step above that, so high 4, in other words, high 4 meaning above the tape in this case, that is the note C natural. And the first thing I'd like us to do to practice for the 2 octave C major scale is that extension. So let's put our violins up and let's start by playing the note B natural. Regular high 4 on the tape on the E string. It sounds like this. Go ahead and play it with me. B natural. Great. Now to play C, it's just an extension. Now you'll notice that to do that extension, I am stretching my pinky, I am opening across my hand, my wrist is pretty flat, and I am not attempting to keep any of my other fingers down on the string, okay? So let me show you one more time. Here's B, and here's C. Try that with me. B, and C. Again, B. B should be slightly curved. Your finger won't make a very tall tunnel like that because, of course, you have to stay down in first position, but a slight curve. And then for C, your finger will be stretched all the way out. That is, of course, the top note of the C major 2-octave scale in first position. The rest of the hand frame is going to involve high 2, only on G, except that note doesn't actually appear in this scale. So in this scale, you will actually have all low 2s. Low 1 also on E, F natural. And on E string also you'll have this extension 4 at the top. Let's give it a try. Tell you what, I'll play just all the way up one time, and if you want to, you can watch, or you can play along. I'll stop, give you a couple reminders, and then we can play the entire scale.